Hello.
Hello, Merita.
Hello, Trang. Tell us, how old are you?
I am 20,
Which year are you in?
PU, APM, third year student.
You enjoy it so far?
I didn't before, but I got used to it, so I think it's pretty okay now.
Is it? Do you know what you should do to make it better, like your university life?
Well, I guess part of the experience, the bad experience, is probably APU itself, because the education quality is not as good as I expected it to be. But I cannot do much about that. But I will go to exchange program for next semester.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Germany, and I'm pretty looking forward to that.
What do you expect from there?
The basic idea why I wanted to go there was just, at first I want to visit my boyfriend, and the semester before that I applied to go to France, but I didn't get it, and I just want to apply again, and this time they don't have any French university, so I have to go with a German one. Well, I think it's gonna be a little bit difficult, more difficult than APU, but I don't think it's gonna be that difficult for me not to like pass all the classes or something like that. And the city is similar to Beppu, so not much experience, but I hope that I can make more friends. I pretty doubted with my antisocial attitude, but I will try my best to get out of my comfort zone, if you would say.
Alright, so you're 20, right?
Yeah?
It's pretty young. What do you think is the best thing of being young?
Well, you have the health, and you have the time. But when I say time, it's not like you can waste it, because we're gonna get older. It's nice because my parents, they try really hard in order to make my life easier than theirs before, and I had a chance to see the world, if you can say, because before, going out of the country is something quite impossible, especially when you from a developing country. It's not like you can just bam, go to the airport, buy the ticket and go somewhere. It's not like that. And I think that's like something that you can only experience when you're young. Because for my dad right now, telling him, even now he has the opportunity to go outside the country, but I don't think that he can do that, because a lot of things like his job, and he's just afraid of going to somewhere else where he cannot speak their language, something like that. So
If I tell you to describe your 20 years old self in 5 words, what would they be?
first one, lazy.
Okay.
Extremely lazy. Overthinking. Introvert. Shy.
Shy.
So it's 4. And one more thing about me. I think I'm happy.
Happy.
Yeah.
What are you doing that really makes you happy or smile? What do you love doing the most?
Well, I don't know, I like to create things, beautiful things. Well, probably a relationship, friends.
Alright.
Well,
What are those
happy.
creative things that you were talking about? Can you specify those? You were just saying, I like to do some beautiful things, for example.
For example, I take picture.
Picture.
I make videos. I know it's still really very embarrassing for me to talk about it or to show it to my friends, but it's part of what I'm doing right now. It's not for the money or something. I just try it out to see if that's what I want to do in the future or not, and maybe if it's just a way to express my skills or what I like to do, and maybe other people can see the potential in me, and I don't know, I would have my dream job somehow through that.
And what is your dream job?
So before, when I was small, I wanted to be a fashion designer, but I'm not very good at drawing, and I feel like my fashion taste is not that good. So I gave that up. So when I got into APU, I really liked to do the photography thing. I bought this camera and a lot of other stuff going with it, and I tried to learn Photoshop. I went out and I took picture of random things, but then at some point I would just I think I was left in the place where I don't have any other idea about what to like photograph. So I decided to take a rest from that, take a break, and try to see what I wanna like next. And then I watch a lot of like YouTube videos, and I just want to be one of them. And I'm doing the YouTube video things, and but now I still feel like it's not something that I want to do. Because I don't really have like, I don't know, I don't feel like I can do that my whole life, and it has nothing to do with my major in university. If I want to do like YouTube thing for a life, then I have to focus on that, and which means there's nothing to do with me in my university. But at the same time, I kind of enjoy some of the class that I'm studying, like human resource management, or something like about sociology, something like that. I feel like at this point I have a lot of things to learn, and I feel like I like everything. So I don't have any specific thing in mind, but maybe I'm leaning toward maybe human resource manager. Yeah, and a part-time YouTuber, something like that, if I have time.
It is interesting. But as you said, you're lazy and maybe not that much of ambitions right now. So if I'd give you an opportunity to change, for example, 3 things in yourself, what would you change and why?
Well, probably I would change the laziness in me, because I feel like that's just the burden of me, which held me back from a lot of things. If I study harder, maybe now I can be fluent in Japanese, but I'm not right now. So a part of me really regret that. And maybe I don't know, overthinking. Because when I overthink about something, I feel like I tend to forget about the road that ahead of me. It's more like it distracts me from the final goal I want to achieve. Like when I overthink, I think too much about the thing around me, the thing that would tackle me, the thing that would stop me from going further. So that's not a very good thing. Maybe if I could be more socialized, it would be a little
outgoing.
Outgoing, because if you want a job opportunity, you have to have a lot of connection and relationship with other people, and if at some point I would stop having friends and going out and make new ones, and I wouldn't end up just staying at home and hanging out with my kids. I don't know, that's what I thought. So maybe meeting more people would give me more opportunity for job or any kind of thing in life.
Makes sense. Do you think turning 20, do you know or do you have enough experience with relations? Not only like male, female, typical ones. I mean those and like connections, as if you said friends, colleagues. Do you think that you know a lot about relations, how to build them, how to sustain them?
I think I do. I think I'm I think that myself, I'm pretty sensitive, so I pick up the signal from other people quite quick, and living a high context culture, it's just something that you have to get used to, and pick it up, because if not, people would hate you. So
Did you inherit that from your parents, or did you like practice it yourself, or is it like just naturally happens to you?
Well, my mom said that when I told her about, I can a little bit read people, or people like me, something like that, and she's just like, oh, just like your dad. And my dad also think that I inherited from him, but I don't know. I think that it's not. Maybe he will influence me a little bit, but my brother is not the same, so we cannot say that it's in the gene or we pick it up from our parents. Maybe it's also because I spent a lot of time with other people before, and I observe.
Observer.
Yeah, observe and reflect it.
What do you value the most in men then?
Honesty. Right now, not many guys, they are honest because they know that when they lie, women like them more. So they just keep lying and lying, and at the end, women is the one who gonna get hurt. So, and I'm the one who get hurt when they lie to me, so I don't like that about some men. I'm not say all of them, but some, honesty, yeah. It's just
What do you value the most in women then?
women. Sensitivity.
You think everybody, like every woman should be sensible?
Yeah. I think it's just something that they have. Almost everybody is sensible, sensitive, because I don't know, usually you hear a lot of story about women who know that their husband cheated on them. It's just something that you feel, and the men cannot have that. And I'm not saying that all the women are sensitive, but most of us are sensitive, and we know that. And I think it's developed from the history. We like the weak, and we need a protection from the man. We cry, and when we see a very romantic love story, something like that, we cry when we see a dog. We say, "Aww, it's so cute." When we see like a little baby, it's something that we're really sensitive, and I don't know, we express our feeling more. So that's what I value about.
Do you think that you are special?
I don't really think so, because in my opinion, saying somebody is special, it's similar to say we are all special, which means we are all the same.
Unique.
I mean, as experience, of course, unique. As personality, I'm not like anybody else, but it's the same with the person who sit next to me, if there are any. But I mean, you're not like me. You're not like other people who surrounded by you. Just we're all special, and we're all different. So that means we are the same, in my opinion. But I might be special for some people.
What makes you special then? Give me 5 points.
Personality.
Yep. What do you think, just why and what makes you just stand out, if you have to stand out?
Okay, personality, I would say that I am a little bit older than my age.
Like your inner age is older than you are right now?
I mean, like, I'm not saying that I've been through that many events in my life, but I think that I know quite many things about life. I heard about other people, and I start to digest those advice and those information, and then I start figuring it out, and I try, and a little bit from my personal experience as well, and I feel like I am pretty wise. I'm not saying wise because like compared to older people I'm not that wise, but like compared to the people in the same age, yeah.
So that's one.
Personality.
That's one. You wise, wiser.
Okay, but it's not really personality, right?
whatever you think. It can be
Okay.
anything.
Okay, so wise, wisdom. Well, the way I look.
It can be anything.
The way I look.
I just give
because
you a broad question.
Yeah, my style is something like that. The way I put makeup, the way I dress up, probably is not gonna be the same as.
So that's number
other
2,
people.
appearance.
Yeah, appearance. That's for sure. My experience. Okay.
Alright. Makes
Yeah.
sense, yeah.
Because people experience different things.
Yep.
So,
And how they experience is also different, right?
yeah, so that makes them different from other people.
So your experience.
Yeah.
That's number 3.
My hobbies and my hobbies or just something I like in general. Because
Taste, shall we say?
yeah, you can say that.
Alright.
It's not only hobbies but also like what kind of food I want to eat, what kind of drink I'm gonna eat. So
Your tastes and preferences in
yeah,
general, we'll say?
preferences.
Yeah.
So it's number 4.
Number 5. Impress me with your number 5.
What is the questions again? What makes me
What makes
stand out?
you special?
Special?
What do you really think that makes you special?
I don't think if this is gonna amaze you or not, but
Alright.
probably the people around me.
Mm.
Because the people who come into my life, it's somehow because of me. That's also the decision that I made. For example, I want to be friends with you, then I'm the one who made that decision. Not, I mean, also you, but I also responsible for that decision. And I don't know if you know that saying, but if you want to know a person, you can look at his or her.
So you said that you're gonna be with your boyfriend. Are you guys married by the age of 25?
Yeah, I think we will be married by then because I want to get married around 25, 26. And then, maybe have a baby next year. But yeah, after that, that's what I want to. Yeah, and we'll be living in a small apartment in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
It's not too big, not too small because it's pretty expensive in the big city. And
Imagine this to be like a, future capsule where you put all your memories and advices to your future self. Mm-hmm. So if I tell you one advice that you would like to remind your future 25 self, or like maybe notice or whatever you want to say to your
my future
yeah
self.
Just look into the camera and say, "Dear Trang."
Dear future self of mine.
Yeah.
And maybe in 5 years or 10 years when I would be 25, 30, I would be a fully grown up, and there will be even more problems that I have to take care of. And I think that the only thing that I should always remember is to love myself. I know that it sounds a little bit selfish, but I think every love it comes from like the love of yourself first, and then you can love other people. You have to be happy with yourself, spending time with yourself, be happy with what you're doing, and then you can love other people and be happy with them as well. So yeah.
And now, tell me, being only 20, let's go back to the present time. You're 20 now. What experience or memory is the favorite of yours by now? When you were the happiest or maybe the saddest? Like, tell me your favorite memory.
Oh, okay, I get one. I got one.
Okay.
I remember this moment when I came to France for the first time, and when I got off the plane and I was waiting for my luggage, and I knew that my boyfriend was there waiting for me overnight, and but I didn't know how he would look like what kind of clothes he would wear. So I had no idea, and my eyes are not that good, so I couldn't tell from the distance if that guy was him or not, and I didn't pay attention at all at that time. And I was just like walking, and he was trying to wave at me, try to signal me, oh hey, it's me and you can just go this way or something like that, but I didn't see that at all. And I was just keep going around trying to find where they put my luggage. And at some point I tried to look for him after I located my luggage waiting position, and I saw him there, and I think that he waved for quite a long time and he was really tired, so he stopped waving and he just like standing there and staring at me. And at first I felt like somebody is looking at me, and I thought it's a little bit creepy. And I saw a guy wearing a really long coat, and I thought maybe it's just like a pervert looking at me, and I didn't pay attention at all and tried to ignore that, and then just try to maybe have a glimpse so I can see how that person looks like. And when I look at him, I realized that is my boyfriend, and it's just like after 7 years I finally see him in person. And it's funny because I didn't recognize him before, and he looks a little bit tired, but he looks so happy as well. So I was like, I just try to say his name. I try to talk, and I talk a lot, and after a while he knocked at the door. It was a glass between us, and he's like, I cannot hear anything because this thing is really thick. And we had no internet at that time, and he has internet but I don't. So we opened the note on iPhone, and then we tried to text each other like that. I put it on my phone, I text on my phone, and then I put on the glass for him to see what I'm trying to say, and he did the same thing. And we were like a little I don't know.
For how long did it last?
I think for 10 minutes.
10 minutes you were just standing in front of each other through the glass door.
Yeah, and I wanted to cry a lot, and I wanted to just hug him and give him a kiss, but it's just a glass in the middle and I cannot do anything about it. So I was a little bit desperate at that time, but I was so happy at the same time. So it was a very mixed feeling, and I was also excited because I finally can see him. So yeah, it was a very memorable experience, and I was so happy when we finally saw each other when I got my luggage and then I went out. Yeah.
Thank you. That's the end of our interview.
Thank you so much for the questions. Now it's your turn.
You're welcome.